Every once in a while, you're going to find yourself in an uncomfortable situation. I'm not talking about a small seat on an airplane with no leg room. I'm not talking about bad weather, you're cold, whatever. I'm talking about social situations. They come up. Maybe you have to speak in front of a large group of people. Maybe you're at a meeting with people you're not always familiar with, and there's some high-level people or people you just don't even know. You could be at a wedding reception at a table for 10, and the person you came with is off to the bathroom, and you got to talk to strangers. Or, any other situation that comes. It could be a date, whatever. These things happen. So this video is about how to appear comfortable with yourself. Because if you appear comfortable, the amazing thing is you will be comfortable. It's weird, right? That's the way it works. So on your first step, slow yourself down, physically and mentally. Okay, if you're coming in, it's like, you're up there at a podium or at a wedding reception, and you're just like, where's my date? I gotta get it. You're looking for an escape route. That's anxiety. Anxiety brings on the adrenaline. The adrenaline's like fight or flight. Well, you're not going to fight these people. You got to get out of here. You're going to fly away. You can't. You got to be normal. You want to act normal and be comfortable. So that's what this is about. So slow yourself down, physically and mentally. Get your eyes under control. You don't want to have shifty eyes. Like, you're not on the lookout for danger. Okay? You're in a place with regular people. Unrushed behavior looks comfortable. Once you settle down, you will be comfortable. So speak a little slower than you think you need to. You don't need to rush the words out. People worth listening to don't rush the words. It's that simple. People are afraid you're going to stop. Listen, they're the ones they want to get all the words out right away. It's like, and after a while, that verbal barrage, like, I've had enough. I'm done listening. You lost me at my name is. Okay? Also, pause before responding instead of filling silence. Silence is okay. It doesn't have to be a long silence, but take a break. If someone says, hey, has anybody here ever... if somebody wants to jump at the chance to speak, let them. Okay, then you can fill it in with hopefully a better answer. Okay, move with intention, not urgency. You're not like, Take up space. Okay, be who you are. Get comfortable. It's important. Looking comfortable will create comfort in you. It's automatic. It's magic. So people seeing you subconsciously associate this behavior with confidence and safety. Okay, what I mean by safety, you don't feel threatened. You're confident in your situation, and that's what you're looking to do. Anxiety isn't the problem here, okay? So make peace with neutral expressions. You don't want to be like, yeah, I'm so happy to be here. Hey, today I'm going to talk to you about, it doesn't look very natural to be like this. And also, like, you don't want to be angry or, like, confused looking. You're just trying to get the words out because your face will match your verbal expressions. Okay? Be neutral. You want to come across neutral, have a neutral face. Okay, you don't have to smile constantly. It makes you look like a maniac. Okay? Over smiling can make you look like you're approval seeking too. It was like, hey, does everybody like me? It's like, man, that's not what it's for. You let your face rest when you're listening. Okay? I'll talk more about listening later, especially when it's one-to-one. Okay, comfortable people aren't trying to manage how others feel about them every second. I said that kind of fast, I'm going to slow it down. Comfortable people aren't trying to manage how others feel about them every second. Neil Young was I guess he's still a singer from, he's been around a long time. He's got one line in the song. The song is called Old Man. And he goes, old man, look at my life. But that part doesn't matter. There's one line in the song. I love it. I remember it. I use it. It's important. And you should remember it too. So here's the first tip I'm going to give you. There's going to be more physical tips later on, but this is the mental tip. This is what you should be repeating in your head before going on stage, before speaking to people at a wedding reception who are a bunch of strangers. And here it is. It doesn't mean that much to me to mean that much to you. I'm going to say it again. It doesn't mean that much to me to mean that much to you. Okay, what does that mean? You're not there to please everybody. You can't please everybody. What you're trying to do is like deal with the situation, be comfortable with it, be comfortable with it, and get through it. Not just like, oh, this is burdensome. It's a learning experience. The more you practice these things, the better you'll be. And eventually, you'll be like Cool Hand Luke, very comfortable wherever you are. And the weird thing is, the more comfortable you are with how you are and comfortable with yourself, the more people will admire you. Kind of freaky, isn't it? So even though it doesn't mean that much to you, it means that much to them, having people start to look at you, it'll just diffuse the anxiety you think you might be feeling. Because don't forget, with anxiety comes adrenaline. Adrenaline is that surge to go. But can you turn that adrenaline into eagerness? Yes. Let's get going. Okay? Butterflies before any presentation or public speaking or on a date or even at a group table, it's normal. Okay? Also, earn your quirks without explaining them. They're best at being you. One of the biggest tells of discomfort is over-explaining. Okay, I used to work at an office, a big, large, open office, lots and lots of people. I get up early in the morning, go to work, I go to the Port Authority in New York City, I get on the subway or sometimes the bus, or ride the bicycle, the city bike, a couple of miles to the office to walk a little bit, and I'm there. So it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm walking across, had no vending machine. Somebody that I worked with, we weren't, I didn't work for him, he didn't work for me, he was just somebody in the office in our same group. He looks down at my shoes, and he's like, Bob, you got two different shoes on. So I look down, sure enough, he was right. Was he trying to embarrass me? He said it so loud, anyone within earshot who was interested would be looking at my feet. So now it's my turn to handle the situation. Do I have the wrong pairs of shoes on? Yeah. Am I going to run away? No. I'm into the vending machine. So what do? I look down, shrug my shoulders. I got dressed in the dark today. As it happens. I just kept moving. He was clearly disappointed that I wasn't embarrassed. Is that my problem? No, it's his problem. So you don't have to explain, I'm sorry, I don't want to wake up my wife, I don't want to do this, nothing. I was rushing out. You don't have to give an explanation. Stuff happens. Move on. Let's go. Later on in the day, I was walking again. He's standing up. Yeah, this is what he said to this guy. He was like Johnny Bravado. He was like, I'm a weightlifter. And that was his physical presence, That he impressed me. He's like, nah. He's like, no, really. He's a guy who liked to lift weights. Okay, pick up heavy stuff. Woohoo. Didn't that much to me to mean that much to him. So anyway, he tries to embarrass me in front of somebody else. He's like, hey, look, Bob's got two different shoes on. Person looks at my shoes, shrugs his shoulders, and that's it. They could care less. I could care less. The only person that cared is the person that doesn't mean that much to me. Okay? Simple enough. So anyway, it's okay to not be impressive. If you're giving a talk and you're trying to say something to impress people, the chances are it won't always work. It just doesn't. So talk about things that try to be impressive. And the fact is, if you're not trying to be impressive, sometimes that little magic happens and you end up being impressive to people. If you don't know something, admit you don't know. If people ask you a question you don't know, don't make it up. So you can get back to them, I don't know, you're going to get however you want to deal with it, well, that's what you're doing. So the weird thing is, like I said before, people who aren't trying to be impressive usually are. Except minor awkwardnesses immediately. It's like when I was talking about my shoes. That's the way it is. Comfortable people don't erase awkward moments. They move through them. Okay? Simple enough. Briefly acknowledge. Yeah, two different shoes. What do you want to do? So anyway, stop monitoring yourself. Okay? Don't give yourself a scorecard with everything you do or say. It's like, how'd I do? How people respond? Did they like me? It doesn't matter. Remember, like, if you're in a group setting, a lot of people don't want to be there. A lot of people don't care. They want to get through their day. They want to get to work and go home. If they're at a wedding, they're awkward too. Boom, boom. Go on with the show. So redefine comfort as self-trust and confidence. So just by putting my arm over this other chair, I'm starting to look more relaxed. I won't normally be sitting in a chair with backs as high as these, but it does appear I'm more relaxed. So you can handle disapproval. You can recover from mistakes, and you don't need universal approval. Okay, quiet trust once people feel comfortable. Okay, subtle body language. Here's the other part. The mental part was the thing in your head. It doesn't mean that much to me to mean that much to you. But now you got to work on the visible comfort part. Okay, so let's reset. So gently drop your shoulders. Don't pull them back. You're not rigid. You're not anything. Drop your shoulders. Don't pull them back. You're not trying to be anything you're not. Be yourself. Nobody can be a better you than you. Say it again. Nobody can be a better you than you. You want them to like you? Be you. But it shouldn't mean that much to them. I mean that much to you. Okay, so drop the shoulders. Don't pull them back. Widen your stance a little bit if you're standing. If you're sitting, if you're at a podium, it's okay to put your arms, spread your arms out of the podium, start talking. Lean forward a little bit. That's movement. Why this works. Narrowness is vigilance. Okay, there's several like physical cues that people can pick up on. Like if I'm just like scratching my eye, that's one thing. If I'm like around my mouth, it's a little bit of protection there. I was like, ooh, I'm kind of guarding my words. This move here is basically, it's a throat protection. You're clutching your pearls kind of thing. I'm not wearing pearls. Most people don't these days. But what that is, it's a protection thing. Okay, it goes back to your animal instincts, protecting the throat against attack. So this is a defensive move. It doesn't show comfort. So you can say something like tragic to somebody, go, oh my God. So they're putting that solution back into their mind. That's a protection move. So you don't want to do that. What's a good comfort move? If you need to, rub your legs a little bit, just a little bit, just like a couple things. It warms the legs and it's self-comforting. 1, 2, I'm good. Simple enough. So I drop my shoulders, widen my stance. If I need to, I'll just rub the tops of my legs once, twice. I'm done with it. I'm comfortable. If I need something to do with my hands, I'm not clenching my hands. I'm not like tapping a pencil incessantly. I'm just relaxed with my hands. If I need to do something, drop them under the table, and maybe just like play with your thumbs. I'll do it up top here. It's like, twiddle your thumbs a little bit. Maybe crack your knuckles, not loudly, just go through the motion. Flex your fingers. It's simple stuff. But still hands are important. I want to say still, be subtle in any movement you do. You don't want to be like, your hands will become the focus of what you're talking about. People start to say, hey, watch his hands when he talks. He's like, yeah. No. You want people to focus on the words coming out of your mouth, not your facial expressions, not your hands, not your body. Relax. Shoulder drop. Inhale, exhale, calm hands. Quick rub of the legs, you're good. Let's go. Lean forward a little bit. Start talking. If you stand up, take that step forward. Lean into the person you're talking to. Not in a creepy way. You don't want to get like too close. That is just creepy. So practice this. The half-beat pause. If somebody throws out a question, take a second before answering. Sometimes during public speaking, I throw a question out to the crowd. And there's one place where I used to work. The auditorium held 400 people. 400 people seated. There's people lined up against the wall in the back of the room, people in the doorways. I got a full house. I'm giving a presentation. So what I like to do is I put plants in the crowd. I'm not talking about vegetation. I'm talking about people I can rely on and trust to respond when I answer a question. So I preloaded a couple of people in the room for different questions as I was going through. And what this does is some people are afraid to speak, even if they're in the audience. That's normal. They don't want to be the first. Sometimes being the second is so bad to the third or follow-up thought. So I went to this one person before the meeting. I'll call him Ned My Way. I said, Ned, I'm going to stop during this part of the thing and I'm going to ask this question. I'd like you to answer the question. I didn't even give the answer to Ned. Okay? Because I know he's a smart guy. He's 2 pay bands higher than me, a respected person in the room. So therefore, getting him to participate was a good thing for me. Because I'm worried about me. So what happens? I'm speaking. I'm looking around the room, I look at Ed, and Ed's got his laptop open, and he's typing on his laptop. Do I freak out? No. Do I want to embarrass Ned? No. I don't say, Ned, close the laptop, I got a question for you. So what do I say? So I got a question. I said, Ned, I know you're busy, but I got a question for you. So I was kind of like waking up his screensaver face to look at me now and answer the question. So did I embarrass him? No. Did I put him on the spot? No, other than just asking him to answer the question. So he looked up, he smiled because he knows exactly what I did, and he answers the question. It went well. Was I embarrassed? No. Did I freeze up when Ned was on his laptop? No. He dealt with the situation. Just like the two different color shoes, you move on. Simple enough. So the last thing I want to talk about is a soft eye contact triangle. Okay? And this is a pretty simple exercise because sometimes when you're speaking to somebody one-on-one, you don't know what to do with your face or your eyes. Do you stare at him? It's like, he's talking, so I want to know that I'm listening, or she. So I'm just going to stare at him. After a while, the person you're staring at will become uncomfortable and think, why are you looking at me like that? So this is what you do. I'm going to use my fingers as an example of their eyes, okay? Pretend these are their eyes. While they're speaking, I'm going to look at one eye for a little bit, pause, maybe blink, look at the other eye for a bit, about the same amount of time, doesn't have to be exact, you're not counting here. Then I drop down to the mouth where the words are coming out of. Then I could just like maybe a slow nod. And look away like I'm thinking about what they're saying. Then I go back, the other eye, mouth. Don't repeat it too many times, but it lets them know that you're you're listening to what they're saying. Because it's going to come your time to talk too, and you'd kind of like the same reaction. Maybe nod a little bit. You don't want to be nodding like, yeah. Okay? Simple enough. When you look away, do it naturally. Just to go, eye, mouth. You're not doing that. Slow, measured movements. One eye, the other eye, mouth. Thoughtful look. Look away. You're reflecting on what they said. At least how you're appearing. So anyway, that wraps it up for today. If you think this is useful and you'd like to see more videos of this type, please like, subscribe, drop a comment about topics you like about social activities or interactions that maybe you want to tell me about that you had or maybe you had a problem with. And also, if you know someone that would like to hear this sort of thing, share it with them. Definitely appreciate it. All right, that's it. Have a great day. Be yourself. You're going to impress everybody. Thank you.